Hey guys, so I got another Ejuice review for you today. This one coming from Infinity Vapes. I found out about Infinity Vapes at a cigar box in my area. There's a couple, they're a chain. And then I found out that they also had two vape shops called, the same name, Infinity Vapes, and there's one in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, and one in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. So I found their juices about 3 months ago, and at the time I was mainly just using, Ego or EVOD style tanks, and I had a Kanga Pro Tank 3 and a i30, i30S, and I was using a lot of different 510 thread tanks, dual coil, single coil, the whole nine. And I really liked a lot of the flavors that I had tried from Infinity Vapes in 24 milligrams. They seemed to hold up. They seemed to wick properly. They were at a 65 VG, 35 PG, so they had a good throat burn, but not too much. And a lot of their flavors were pretty on point with the description. For me, they have an MD pepper, and that one didn't seem to taste like Dr. Pepper to me, but it did taste like a real nice cherry vanilla cola. Black cherry cola was one that they had that I went through the bottle really quickly. But between my wife and I, our favorite that we found from Infinity Vapes were Swedish Fish. So after we had stepped up and we got a couple of mechanical mods, two different RDAs, and we said, all right, well, let's try the Infinity Vapes. They don't come in 6, so we got them in 8, and I wasn't very happy with the performance of the juice at that point. It seemed to lose its flavor. Maybe it was vaping too hot. I do have 2 different builds right now, which I was using them on. I have a 0.24 ohm build and a I can't get a reading on it, but I think it's like a 0.8, and both of them just seem to get way too hot. The flavor doesn't seem to last, and I wasn't a real big fan of it to use for an RDA. However, if you're looking for a good line of juice that I'd say from the ones I've tried and experienced myself, I'd say I took home about 20 different flavors in 24 milligrams. They all seem to stand up. They all seem to really do the job and have extended vapeability. They didn't repeat over themselves, and they didn't change flavor and kind of get gross after a while. They seem to stand up to my vaping, and I vape constantly, and especially at the time when I was using the 24 milligrams, I have recently stepped down to 18, but I recommend it for anybody who's still using the Ego style tanks. If you're still only using tanks, or even if you have tanks and you like, to drip as well, but you like to have some good juices to keep on the side to keep in your tanks, I would check out InfinityVapes.com. Like I said, they have several locations in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, and they got another one in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, and there was actually a scenario I had where I purchased a flavor because the tasting bar at the cigar box, I couldn't taste the flavor properly. So we bought a flavor on a whim and really didn't like it. And something that I liked a whole lot was I'm not sure who I was emailing back and forth, but they told me, hey, listen, just bring it back to the shop. We normally don't take back open bottles, but we're going to take it back and replace it with something you like better, and that was really cool to see. It was good customer service, and they have a really decent line of juices. Again, not for an RDA or a dripper, but if using a tank is something that you're into, I feel that you will be extremely satisfied if you check out Infinity Vapes. So, vape happy.